I mean, the guy, I think still knows how to get heat in that.
Yeah.
I hope he was joking. I hope he wasn't serious when he said, "I got 10 more years left in the tank yet. I'm not going anywhere."
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's something I noticed on Raw. I didn't see any Willie Kane or Big Show sighting.
Yeah,
not,
me neither.
Not complaining.
Not like we'll complain about it, but yeah. So that was that vote there, and obviously it was Rollins and JJ Security, but that kind of just turned into a obviously they're not going to give too much away since Rollins and Orton are set to face at WrestleMania.
Yeah, no. They spoiled that 2 weeks ago when they had Orton just beat the holy crap out of Rollins on television.
Yeah, the week before. Yeah. Yeah, with that 10-minute beatdown and
just whatever it was, it just makes me scratch my head why these two guys have to get in the ring together.
Yeah, it looks like that would have ended. You'd think that would have ended.
Because I thought the whole point of this was Orton had to get his hands on Rollins. Well, he did. He beat him up.
Yeah.
Does he have to win a match now?
Yeah.
I don't get.
They overdid it seems.
Once again, if there's any of the 5 main matches for Mania this year, the one that I think has one of the most confusing booking moments I've ever seen, it's this one right here. I don't know. To me, they had the perfect setup. Rollins has the money in the big briefcase. You have Brock come out one time. Rollins, whatever, has Big Show Kane help him, whatever. He's about to cash it in, and all of a sudden, cue Orton's music, and there it is. There's the... And all of a sudden, Rollins is pissed off because Orton screwed him out of cashing in his briefcase.
Yeah.
There's the feud right there. That's all you need to do. Instead, we had Rollins being an idiot. Well, everybody else in the authority was telling him, "Don't trust Randy. Don't trust Randy.
Yeah.
Randy's a snake," and so on. Instead, Orton flips the bird and then just beats the holy crap out of him in a match, and it just begs the question: why are these two guys even fighting each other?
Yeah.
Even this week, they kind of kept away from Rollins. Rollins would not want to be in the ring with Randy at all. Yeah. But even then, it's still, what was the point?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty much that.
Yeah.
And I guess moving along, I mean, they kind of, later on in the show, I mean, they kind of showed things that they showed last week with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. I guess they showed highlights of their candid interviews and whatever, and so, but obviously later on in the night they'd have that. But before that, I mean, they had another, Rusev Cena segment, I guess.
Well, it was
Rusev.
It was Rusev
Swagger,
Swagger for the 20 millionth time.
Yeah.
Some bonus to the point of where it feels like Jack Swagger and Rusev have fought each other just as much as Randy Orton and John Cena have. The difference is Cena and Orton have exchanged wins.
Yeah.
Swagger has to be one of the biggest losers compared to, when it comes to fighting Rusev.
Yeah, he lost to him 3 times way back in the, what was it, the summer, into the fall.
Well, let's see. First he lost by count out.
Yeah.
Then he got his ass kicked at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Then he lost on Raw.
Yeah.
Then he lost on Raw a few more times.
Yeah, probably another.
Then for some reason they had him fight him at, I think it was a TLC or something. For some reason they decided to have Swagger fight for the U.S. Championship against Rusev again. And I think the match lasted 7 minutes before Swagger lost again. And keep on, at this point, there's no more Zeb Coulter anymore. There's no more Dutch Mantel. I don't even think Mantel's even coming back. What's the point?
Yeah.
Having him manage a loser in Jack Swagger right now.
Yeah.
But so pretty much
they have him again, and then
and this week pretty much simple, kick, accolade.
Yeah.
It was pretty much a squash match. Yeah. So this went from a legitimate feud to a squash match just like that.
Yeah. So Cena comes running out.
Yep.
Later on and
tries to save the day.
Yeah.
Obviously, we want Lana a chance because she's been noticeably absent for 2 weeks.
Yeah, filming that movie with Edge.
Yep.
So.
So I don't know. I mean, once again, I think that's going to be interesting to see how that. See what happens there. I find hard to believe if they kept Lana off Mania.
Yeah.
That just would shock me.
Right. Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, obviously, I keep hearing they got a big entrance plan for Rusev with a lot of Russian soldiers and so and so. So I don't know. Probably a big ass Russian flag too.
Yeah, man.
I'm just imagining it already. That probably will not be the most ridiculous entrance though. I think Triple H might take that cake because he supposedly might have a Terminator-esque entrance possibly. Why not? Him and Schwarzenegger are buddies apparently.
Yeah.
WWE apparently is going to help trying to think who the studio is that's making this new Terminator movie coming out this summer, but they're gonna help self-promote this movie in that. So, whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we'll see. But yeah, Cena gets destroyed.
Cena gets destroyed.
I mean, not surprised.
Not really shocking. Rusev needed to get some heat back after that ridiculous segment last week.
Yeah.
That still made no sense. I don't understand why he even had to sign a contract.
Yeah.
Did Lana agree to the terms?
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny for the U.S. Championship, too. They have a contract signing, but none of the other really,
U.S. title is on the line. U.S. belt's on the line, so if Cena wins it, he's going to be I guess a 3-time U.S. champion? Was he a 3-time or 4-time? I'm trying to think how many times he held the belt before.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
Yeah, so we'll see there, I guess. But, anyways, I guess moving along after that, trying to think here. There's just a lot of, I don't know, filler matches tonight on Raw.
Well,
obviously.
A lot of ones for the Continental Championship, of course.
Yeah, they had that whole, they have, obviously they're having this, big ladder match.
7-man ladder match, yeah.
Yeah.
Could be an 8-man. I keep hearing rumors Sheamus might be added to this.
Yeah.
Although I'm almost convinced that if Sheamus is going to show up at Mania, he's not going to be officially in a match. He's going to attack somebody in a match and cost them something in the match. And if that's the case, either do that or just save him for Raw probably.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I think the only guys in the main roster that don't have a spot on this card yet is Sheamus and Bo Dallas.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if Bo's even going to stay on the main roster. It sounds like, because I've heard nothing from Bo Dallas. All I know is he's been wrestling on live events. That's it. But everybody else has a spot in this card except for Sheamus and Bo Dallas and Rock. But he's a part timer, so he doesn't count. But no, I'm almost convinced Sheamus is going to be he's going to interfere and cost somebody at Mania, or he's going to just show up at Raw. I don't think he's going to be actually added to any of these matches. Unless he's winning, it serves no point.
Right. Yeah.
And if he's going to be coming in as his top heel as well, he's got to screw somebody.
Yeah.
Pretty big then at Mania to actually garner heat. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. So they had this fan vote as far as who would be a special guest referee for Daniel Bryan versus Dolph Ziggler. They had several options, and obviously Dean Ambrose was the the clear favorite there, winning that. So the lunatic fringe, as they call him, the unstable Dean Ambrose, special guest referee here,
who looks at the account championship as his prestige belt.
Yeah.
Prestigious belt.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan, takes the pinfall here against Dolph Ziggler, and then afterwards, Dean Ambrose, putting a little attack there on Dolph Ziggler.
Hey, man, for himself.
Maybe showing,
Match is over.
That and so be interested to see. I guess that ladder, it could be a good show-stealing match here on the card.
Honestly, all they're doing is just replacing Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
With a belt. That's all.
Right.
That's all this match really is.
The Intercontinental Championship.
And instead of throwing everybody into a battle royal for a stupid trophy, let's have at least the championship on the line, maybe. Like I said, I don't know. At least I'm glad they stopped the hot potato belt for a while.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, granted, there was that funny segment. I should say that's where Kane actually showed up all night. He told Barrett to relinquish the belt because he had to go hang it up for Mania.
That's right. Yeah,
so Kane did make an appearance.
Exercising a little bit of authority, I guess.
And Barrett, of course, was reluctant. And then Kane said, well, "If you don't, you're getting stripped of this belt." Then.
Yeah.
So of course Barrett had to do it then. So I mean, at least he stopped the whole hot potato thing. That was just ridiculous. They made Barrett look like the guy's a loser already. As far as his win-loss record in matches.
Back,
Well, no, not since he came back. Since he won the belt, he's been a loser.
Since he won the belt.
Since he's been champion, he has a very pathetic win-loss record.
Yeah.
And and now it's saying he can't even hang on to his damn belt anyway. Yeah. So it just the guy's been booked as a loser. So
that's the way he's been booked, certainly. So that title will be on the line, and I'm thinking it'll be probably I guess an opportunity for them to give it to somebody else. I guess a good way to I don't. We'll see what happens there, I guess. I mean, it's got Dean Ambrose and Daniel Bryan. I guess guys you would typically expect to be maybe more in a higher profile match, but
I made a prediction.
I'm not surprised.
It was my New Year's resolution. Dean Ambrose will not win the world title.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Especially if he stays babyface, because he's not going to happen. He's got too many guys in front of him.
Right,
he's not going to.
Maybe
he's not going to get that. And Bryan, Dave Meltzer said he's officially
pretty much
he's the Chris Benoit of this organization now.
Yeah.
once again, he's not referring to double murder.
Right.
He's referring to the fact that after Benoit dropped the belt to Orton, the Women's
Yeah.
Championship, he was only fighting for the U.S. Championship after that. He was a glorified mid-carder for the rest of his career. So, same thing with Bryan. He had this great moment of Mania, and that's it.
Yeah.
He only gets one. Everybody
Right.
gets one, except for a few people. Everybody gets one moment of Mania, and that's it. So, like it, love it, or hate it, I'm convinced now that Bryan is stuck in mid-card for his remaining time as an active wrestler.
Right. Yeah. I could kind of see that too. Yeah, he's getting up there in age, and he's coming off a big injury as well. So we'll see how that goes. Plus, they're trying to push other guys, as we all know.
Yep.
Younger talent. So anyways, you got that ladder match set up for WrestleMania. I'm trying to think what else happened throughout the night. There was you had the Bray Wyatt, another Bray Wyatt promo.
Yep, Bray Wyatt promo.
Obviously
some people thought the promo was maybe teasing a little bit that we might get Biker Taker at Mania possibly. Well, because the whole idea, I control the darkness and light now and so on.
Yeah.
Because you saw like the lights flicker and thunder, and everybody thought it was Undertaker coming.
Yeah.
And doing a supernatural occurrence to make Bray Wyatt an ad, and Bray said, "No, that's just all me. That's all me right now."
Yeah. I stole your signature gimmick there or whatever.
Like I said, this has been all hyped around Bray. Bray's been really carrying this feud.
Yeah.
There's been no Taker at all. I'm not even counting the chair burning. That's not Taker there.
Right. Yeah. He was not physically there.
Yep.
So
with an audio taping of him saying "Rest in peace," which is God knows how many times he said that. That they probably have like an archive of him saying that phrase multiple different times.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I said, not really. That being said, probably the second best built feud, because Bray has hit a few home runs in promo. And
it's interesting the way it's designed.
And this one was actually like I'd say his best one. He actually I think he did his best promo out of all the ones he did. Yeah. Some were just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't know, but I think this might be the second best built feud so far for Mania.
And it's different too, because you got to wait to see Undertaker actually show up.
It's not the first time, Tyler. I mean, like SummerSlam 2007, King Booker, Triple H. Triple H never showed up until SummerSlam. Yeah. He was coming off of that injury and so on. I think even Rey Mysterio, Chavo Guerrero was booked the same way during that same event. It was Rey's coming back. Chavo was just talking smack, saying, "Well, I almost ended your career last time, Rey. Don't come back," and so on and that. And if you do, you're not gonna be the same guy as you were before you left. I mean, like that's really all it was pretty much.
Yeah. But I mean, as far as Undertaker and his recent builds and this, it's different, obviously, but I think it works for Bray Wyatt for the most part. So you had that, and then I guess that kind of led to the main event of the show, I guess, or whatever, the ending, I guess. And, Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman coming out, of course. Paul Heyman
could be the last time we see Brock Lesnar. Though I've heard whether he re-signs or doesn't re-sign, he could show up on the post-Mania Raw still yet.
Yeah.
So it might not be the last time yet, but it might be the last time him as champion possibly as well.
With the belt. And, so...
I mean, like I said, there's been a lot of rumors going around that a lot of people that he's not re-signed yet, and they were hoping they were hoping to get a contract worked out Monday night. And if there's no contract worked out Monday night, they don't know what they're going to do then. Pretty much, they might just let him go then. Pretty much, I mean, I almost feel like they got another CM Punk John Cena moment, just like Money in the Bank again, because we all know the history there that Punk did not sign a contract till that Sunday.
Yeah.
And it was right up to almost the main event, pretty much.
Yeah.
It was really
to the hour.
It actually was down to the wire.
Yeah. So.
I mean, honestly, I feel like this could be the same Mania. I am pretty sure, but up to that point, there's going to be tough negotiations before Brock has to go out there and fight Reigns in that.
Yeah.
So. I don't know. I mean, obviously Vegas is in a conundrum because they have no idea.
Yeah.
So because of that, this could go either way according to Vegas. And I don't know why even Vegas is involved in wrestling fest, but
anyways, yeah.
But anyway, so Paul Heyman comes out. He cuts another great promo.
Yeah.
The guy's just once again,
build it up. Yeah.
he should get a bonus.
Yeah.
He's the only reason why this feud has any build whatsoever.
Right. Yeah.
Any build. Come on, this is the fourth, maybe the out of the 5 main cards. I'm putting this one fourth as far as build goes because this has just been pathetic.
Yeah, especially the past couple weeks.
It's even sadder because Reigns, the whole Reigns being the chosen one, and he really needed something
more than what they gave us.
The only moment that this guy had a shot of standing out was when he beat up the Authority. Granted, that happened after he lost via a roll up to Seth Rollins too. Yeah. So it's like, okay, he loses a match because Orton trips him, and then gets rolled up by Rollins. Oh yeah, okay, fine. He jumps over, he does like an Undertaker suicide dive, great, and then he spears the hell out of Rollins. That's awesome, awesome. But did he have to lose to Seth Rollins as well?
Yeah.
Should you keep these guys strong going into their main event? But whatever, and we're talking about making this guy not like John Cena. He already has a catchphrase already. It's just as stupid as the John Cena catchphrase.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to think what it is. I can, I will, or...
Yeah, new T-shirts and everything.
Yeah.
I can, I will, yeah.
Like I said, it's not that far away from Never Give Up.
I know, it's like... I saw that T and I'm like, oh... did feel a lot like John Cena.
I noticed this too about Rollins. He wears these stupid blue contact lenses. He's got to get rid of those things.
Who's that? Reigns?
Reigns, yeah, Reigns.
Oh, yeah.
If you watch Reigns without the contacts, he has like brown eyes, but he basically blue-eyed contact lenses. And when you look, we'll actually close in on him. It looks like he's like almost inhuman.
Yeah, they're like these brighter blue
Yeah.
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 I've noticed that. Yeah, I've noticed that for
and it's
a long
like
time.
I said, whatever. I mean, I think at the end of the day, this is the guy they're going for. I don't think it's going to be the guy a year or 2 years from now.
Yeah.
I think he's got two. I think when she's for this guy in Vicina, I think we know who's going to get booed and who's going to get cheered.
Yeah.
That would intrigue me. Well, here's the thing: either fans boo both guys, but I was intrigued what the Cena fans are going to do. They're going to cheer for John Cena. I assume these kids are going to pick Cena over Reigns, though. I don't know why these kids would assume Reigns is any different than John Cena, pretty much. So, I think the guy has too much an uphill battle. He's barely wrestled in any one-on-one matches.
Yeah.
He's got to face Brock Lesnar, and Brock might not even, be around there.
Afterwards.
So he's going to be just as... If that's his last fight, he'll be just as motivated as he was WrestleMania 20, which is 0.
Yeah.
He's not going to take bumps. He'll barely, I doubt Reigns wants to take that many suplexes in a match.
Yeah.
I mean, once again, we talk about this whole... Why have they not had these guys fight each other? I think one reason is because I think they're afraid Lesnar is going to kill Reigns in there.
Yeah. I mean, a couple weeks ago on Raw, it was like the same thing. Like, they were both in the same building, apparently.
Yeah.
But they didn't face off with each other. And then which was last week, Reigns is like, I want to see Lesnar face to face.
I mean, like I said, Reigns has yet to have a one-on-one I mean, look, was he great against Bryan? Yeah, because it's Daniel Bryan, too. Was he great against when he faced Punk that one time? Yeah, because it was CM Punk.
Time, yeah.
The Orton one wasn't bad. Granted, he also has faced him during live events around that time. Brock Lesnar is not the same. And keep in mind, he's got a few other feuds yet.
Yeah.
I mean, where's this going to go after Brock Lesnar? Can he keep this going here? I mean, once again, and up to this point, really, even up to Mania, I think the only other guys he's feuded with one-on-one is Rusev and Rollins. That's it.
Yeah.
And maybe Bray Wyatt too. So I mean, once again, those are 3 guys he could feud with after the Lesnar feud. But after that, where's this guy go? Yeah. He doesn't. It's not like he's faced a variety of guys in the card here. And yet, and like I said, to me, he hasn't proven himself that he can carry a full match yet.
Yeah.
Unless he's working with the right worker, and that's not always going to happen with this company here.
Yeah.
So, I think the guy's got too much an uphill battle in it. So. Yeah. And the fact that he's been coming out, and it feels like the fans just don't even have a reaction at all for him.
Yeah, and they didn't build this feud.
And that's even worse, Tyler, than getting a negative reaction. You get no reaction. Yeah. They don't even care about booing or cheering you. It's just, it's Reigns, everybody. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, honestly, for Mania, if the fans would send a message, just don't give him any reaction.
Yeah.
Don't boo him out of the building. Just don't give him any reaction.
Yeah.
But whatever. I mean, like I said, Lesnar, Heyman does this great promo. Reigns comes down.
Yeah.
We all assume maybe this is it. A fight's going to happen because Heyman leaves the ring almost immediately.
Yeah.
They circle each other. They're staring down each other. Brock kind of smiles. He holds the belt up for a while. Reigns keeps staring at it. And all of a sudden I'm thinking, okay, well, I guess you could do a stare down. That's no big deal.
Maybe they'll, go off the air there that way.
Instead, Reigns just rips it out of Brock's hands. And Brock looks surprised. I'm thinking,
cat-like reflexes, I guess, whatever.
Whatever you want to call it. Brock looks pissed.
Yeah.
Brock gave one of the best pistol and because it's Brock Lesnar, you're assuming, oh damn, this guy just won the death wish on Raw. And you're assuming this is it. This is it. This is a brawl. These guys are going to get each other's faces. Yeah. This is a brawl. Instead, Brock kind of hesitates for a while. All of a sudden, he grabs it with both hands, but Roman will not let go of the belt. And all of a sudden, they're just tugging at the belt.
It's like this,
like a bunch of 5-year-olds fighting over a teddy bear or a stuffed animal. They're just hanging on to that belt and just will not let go. And they're kind of like giving these weird reactions to each other too. They're like mine, mine. No, it's mine.
Yeah.
So, and all of a sudden, they see the roll credit go up, and I'm like,
"Yep, that's it."
You're shitting me. For your main event, for your next big star.
Yeah.
That's how you want it. That's the last image you want in people's minds for WrestleMania.
Right. Yeah. That was it.
Once again, it's just it makes me wonder why these guys never had an altercation for the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Why? Is it because they're afraid Brock might hurt Roman? One suplex might be too many for this guy. Maybe
one German suplex.
Well, he might do here. Roman, when he wrestled with the Shield, it wasn't like he was the guy who wrestled the most with the Shield either. It was mainly Rollins and Ambrose that did most of the ring time. Reigns maybe came in for the super tag and then just hit the spear of that.
The hot tag.
So how many bumps is this? Sorry, how much bumps has this guy actually taken?
Yeah.
And when you're wrestling Brock, he suplexes you. He suplexes you across the ring.
Yeah. Airborne.
So you will be sore.
Yeah.
Once again, that's why I'm not shocked that we don't even get a match of Mania. Brock comes out because Brock and Andy doesn't really care.
One.
Brock doesn't care. If he's leaving, he's leaving.
Yeah.
Do you think that belt is an actual belt to him? It's a toy belt.
Yeah.
He'll rather have the UFC Championship would be a bigger belt for him.
Yeah.
Because he actually killed somebody.
Same effect.
He actually beat up somebody to get that belt.
Yeah.
He wasn't told backstage, "Oh, it's your night, Brock."
Yeah.
So once again, I would not be shocked if this is Brock's final hoorah, his swan song before he leaves, and obviously Paul Heyman's swan song then.
Yeah.
God knows if they're watching that promo, we're gonna miss him more than Brock probably. I don't be shocked that Brock comes in that ring, and to avoid a cluster that was WrestleMania 20 with Goldberg, WWE pretty much has Reigns hit his spear right away, and maybe in 8 seconds or 9 seconds the match is over.
Yeah.
You know what? It's because guess what? It does two things. A, it prevents from a cluster happening. B, you actually protect Roman. C, you protect Brock because he doesn't have to worry about getting really hurt in the match then.
Yeah.
And D, you have to worry about the crowd hijacking the match because there was no match period to hijack pretty much.
Yeah.
Now, do you end Mania that? I don't think you do, but I think you have a backup plan. Just have Rollins cash in the money in the big briefcase.
Then maybe they have then maybe Rollins and Reigns they have a long match.
Well, because those two have wrestled each other. Reigns is a more safer worker. He's a bump master, so he'll bump for Roman like he's never bumped before and so on. I think it adds more to a shock value maybe possibly. Yeah. Maybe the fans won't shit on these two guys wrestling because they actually might find this one entertaining maybe. And like I said, do you risk not having a main event that you even advertise? Yeah. Do I really? But at the end of the day, I don't think what you've been doing for Lesnar Roman has even made people remotely interested.
Yeah.
In my mind, there's two guys that really have sold Mania right now. Well, three people that have sold Mania. Paul Heyman, for pretty much Lesnar and Roman.
Yeah.
Great. He might at best just be at ringside. That's about it. B, Taker, the whole fact that this is Taker's return, I think has been a selling point. And Sting in his first WWE match is a selling point. That's it. That's what's going to be selling
WrestleMania.
Your subscriber count and who's ordering this pay-per-view. It's not Roman.
Yeah,
it's not Brock. It's just not. So the way I look at it is after that, assuming no one starts leaving the arena early to beat traffic, because like I said, if you want to protest, by all means, you could leave early too.
Yeah.
If you want to protest this lackluster main event, you don't have to just stand there and do chants. You can just leave. You'll beat the traffic. If you feel like you're not going to miss anything, even if Brock wins, it's like, well, whoop-de-doo. I guess Brock stay with the company for. But even then, it's like, okay, where does Roman go after that then?
Yeah. Or if Rollins comes in and cashes in.
Well, that's interesting too. They had Brock retained, but they still had Reigns come in and cash in, maybe. I mean, once again, it would be kind of stupid if they did the whole Brock Lesnar trying to pull CM Punk and leave him with the championship and so on. I'm like, you guys have done that before, and even then, you kind of didn't even do that well.
Yeah.
I think they only kept Punk off 2 weeks before they brought him back. And I think at that point, the most he did was he showed up at least one indie event and a WWE Comic-Con panel. That was it. That was the most he did as far as, before they put him back on television. It's like, at least when TNA did a similar storyline, they had AJ Styles defend the belt at these independent scenes and that. And it's like, I figured WWE was not going to do that because of how beneath they look at the indie scene. Yeah. But even then, you can't have it go over to New Japan. Because those aren't indie. That's not indie. That's an actual professional organization there. You can't sell, maybe grow your Japanese market or whatever. And you couldn't do that. Yeah. Whatever. So to me, that didn't shock me there. But they could do that I think better. But I mean, I guess we just go into predictions then, pretty much.
Yeah, that was the end of Raw. So
that was the end of Raw. Very lackluster.
Yeah.
Compared to even last year with Bryan and that, and nothing happened.
Yeah.
And based on what I've heard, no one reported these two guys beat up each other off camera or anything. So I'm assuming what happened was Roman let go of the belt, Brock went to the back, and then Roman just maybe stayed out for the dark match. Great, that didn't happen either because they had to do the SmackDown taping immediately after Raw.
Yeah.
And of course, like I said, they have an 8-man tag coming up for Raw. There's only 2 matches for SmackDown coming up. And once again, that doesn't surprise me because most of SmackDown this Thursday is just going to be footage from Access.
Yeah.
Because, but by that point, most of the guys are already at Access. Yeah. There's no need to really hype up another show yet. But okay, let's go to predictions now. Let's start the pre-show. Same thing as last year. I think last year was Elimination Fatal 4-Way. They even changed it. They took Elimination during the pre-show. So, this might be an Elimination match again. Maybe just maybe a Fatal 4-Way. But Cesaro Kid against the New Day. The New Day, the Usos, and Los Matadores. I'm going to go with Cesaro Kid retaining the belt.
It's for the
tag team belt. They are the champions.
Okay. Yeah.
They pretty much used all the tag teams except for the Ascension,
right?
Who have been elected to have been sent to the Battle Royal.
Yeah.
It took them a month to finally just bury these guys, pretty much.
Yeah.
So chalk them another failure from NXT. Granted, once again, these guys were not blue chippers coming out of NXT either. Even down NXT, these guys were it was viewed as these guys aren't going to go far in this industry. They're just they're too generic. They don't stand out.
Yeah.
So
I'll say that they retain too.
Yeah.
They'll probably do enough title changing throughout the rest of the pay-per-view anyway. So.
I mean, for me, I think the intriguing is going to be. I almost see a lot of heavy babyface wins here. So I'm just curious what heels are going to win.
Right.
Just so you don't go too heavy babyface. But as of right now, I'm looking at a lot of these cards. I'm like, I could see a lot of NXT being a heavy babyface night. But the opening match, I'm assuming is going to be the 7-man ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. It's going to get the fans motivated. It might be the only match on the card that does not get completely shit on for the evening.
Now everyone who's in it, let's think here.
Well, you got Brandy's Barrett, the champion. Yeah. You got R-Truth.
Dean Ambrose.
Daniel
Bryan.
Stardust. Luke Harper. And Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean...
Well...
I don't...
Let's let's have this story here too, because this has been a story going around for a while, and it's been reported on C-Scoop, so I believe it's a credible story. Supposedly, Triple H has been trying to tell Vince that if Brock resigns, he should retain the belt at Mania then.
Yeah.
However, we all know what that means. That means we're not going to see Brock for months. Probably not till SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So obviously, you got to do something for these other pay-per-views as main events and that. So the theory Triple H has come up with is that you put the belt on Bryan, the Intercontinental Championship on Bryan, you put the other U.S. title on John Cena. These are two main eventers holding mid-card belts.
Right, yeah.
For at least the B main events that Lesnar's not going to be on, you have these guys close those events defending these belts. And the belief is that it elevates these titles to more of a prestigious belt, because then, if you're closing the Intercontinental Championship, it doesn't matter if it's a pay-per-view and so on, that's fine. I also make the argument too. You can probably close with Divas Championship match as well.
Yeah,
if you're that fine putting the mid Carter belts closing, let's just put the women's one, hell, maybe even the tag team one at some point. If those feuds are good enough, why not just close a pay-per-view with those belts on the line? But that's mostly been around. Once again, this is Triple H trying to plug it to Vince, so he might not even be sold on that. Even if Brock, does decide to resign and so on, maybe he still drops the belt to Reigns. Because obviously the fact that Triple H, I think, has brought this up makes me think that Triple H feels that Reigns is not ready.
Yeah.
But
if they're going to have Brock retained.
Because, once again, if Roman loses in any way, shape, or form, I don't know how you look at that as a vote of no confidence in this guy as the next big thing. I seriously, I don't know how you can take it as. You can't say it's because we were afraid the fans were going to hijack the show, and that's where we had Reigns, and went to swerve everybody and so on. No, because if you wanted to do that, why even have Reigns even win the championship? They would just happen was they thought Reigns was ready, and he wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. That's the only way you can look at it. So anybody who wants to shoot at the IWC and say it was our fault that Reigns might not walk out the champion, no. The guys backstage just said the guy's not ready yet. Now, will he be ready next year? Maybe. I still think maybe another year of him actually working a full schedule.
Yeah.
Because like I said, that's the other thing I think that turned him too is he's coming off an injury still.
Yeah.
He was out a good couple of months from that. So, but no. So obviously, if that story is true, Bryan would win. But that being said, Bad News Barrett has looked like such a loser for the last couple of weeks. He does not retain his championship.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do not, I don't know how the last couple weeks has helped this guy one bit. Well, granted, he can still retain it. He'll still be booked as a loser, and this is still... Maybe if Bryan wins, you're right, but it does add more prestige to the championship. At the end of the day, though, I think Bryan's just should be just happy to be on a card at this point.
Yeah.
Most of these guys in this card here, because there's a lot of guys here I thought had a shot at a main event, at being a main event guy down the line, and maybe they still do. It just wasn't. This just wasn't their year for most of these guys. But most of these guys here are pretty much been in this match have been labeled mid carders then, and for some of these guys for the rest of their career possibly. So I'm going to go Bad News Barrett retaining.
Okay, I'm actually going to go with Dolph Ziggler because I think maybe this whole thing it's going to be a big year. And I was a little surprised how he beat Daniel Bryan clean on Raw this past.
He also beat him on SmackDown too.
Yeah. Not that any of us watched.
Well,
that.
Of course it doesn't matter because this was a rematch from SmackDown. Right. So if you missed on SmackDown, you're just watching on Raw.
Watch what happens on
Once again,
Raw.
that's right. I don't watch SmackDown either because I'm like, well, why bother? Because I'm just going to get the rematch on Raw.
Yeah.
and even then, it's going to show. If that's the case, it'll just show replays from SmackDown then. So even I know why this is happening on Raw. So it's like, so I already saw why.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens.
Tag Team Divas match. Nikki Bella, the Bella twins pretty much against Paige and AJ. Yeah. AJ and Paige have really been getting their asses kicked by the Bellas the last couple of weeks, hadn't they?
I think they're due for a win.
They got to be due for a win. If that's the case, maybe this is just a sign AJ is done. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, plus they were.
I was shocked that she got brought back despite the whole CM Punk lawsuit and deal. And and better than that, she calls on Stephanie on Twitter too as well. Look, Grant, there was a story that broke out today, apparently, that AJ has unfollowed CM Punk's Twitter account.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a true story or not. I don't know. I think two people reading into that as, oh, maybe they're breaking up after so months of marriage. I'm like, Punk's not been a fan of social media.
Yeah.
Maybe both of them just want to get with their Twitter accounts then, possibly. At least Punk does.
Yeah.
Or, who knows? Maybe they both feel that for her to keep a job, because I'm sure Punk, being a supportive husband that he is, does not want her to get her ass fired because of stuff that he said or is involved with in that. So, like I said, I think once again, I think that there's a belief there that maybe it's best if we do not socialize on social media at all. So, like I said, I think two people read into it. Once again, that's even if this is even true. And I don't even know this is even true. This was just popped up out of nowhere today. And two, I see a credible source or site confirm it. I'm not saying that means anything there, but I agree. I think AJ and Paige need to get a win here.
Yeah. Plus, they were like bringing up the whole thing, like the past year with their whole story and everything. So, they come together here and get a win.
Well, that's the whole storyline too. It's like they've been having the whole idea that the Bellas are this cohesive team, and Paige and AJ just cannot get their egos put aside. So I don't know. To me, if AJ and Paige don't win, I don't know what that says about AJ Lee's career, and or where they go with Paige as well. But like I said, I think AJ and Paige get some kind of a win here over the Bella Twins. The Battle Royal now.
The Andre the Giant battle, I guess we'll see who all they throw in there.
I mean,
that we don't.
Well, like I said, they pretty much got the rest of the card on. Like I said, the only people that I've seen in the main roster that don't have a spot on the card is Sheamus, who's been advertised.
Yeah.
Great. I haven't seen any of those in a while. And Bo Dallas, who has returned from injury in live events, but best of my knowledge has not been shown on television. And since he lost to Ryback, so. I don't know if Bo's going to show up. Either way, I don't think he's winning.
Yeah, whether he does or not.
I don't even think Ryback's winning either.
Yeah.
Or Eric Rowan, or Big Show, or Kane.
None of those guys. Yeah.
For a while, I thought that this was obvious. I thought this was Mizdow. I thought this was going to be I thought this was going to be Sandow's time winning finally. I thought this was going to be him officially breaking up with the Miz. But then I'm thinking, all of a sudden this NXT thing pops up now, where. On Thursday at Access, they're going to do a 4-man tournament. And the guys are going to be Adrian Neville, Finn Balor, Hideo Itami, and Tyler Breeze. Now, out of those 4 guys, there's only 2 guys I can see winning that tournament. Adrian Neville, because in NXT, he really has not been doing anything in NXT in a while.
Yeah.
Which usually means and he's been rumored to be the next guy called up to the main roster soon. And what a better way than WrestleMania. Although, for some of these guys, once again, we go to the next night. The next night's a good time to also debut new talent as well.
Yeah,
so
the next night on Raw,
Balor, he's got a title match with Owens on Wednesday, where he loses. Spoilers, everybody, but this was taped in advance. But the fact that I was shocked though how it didn't take that long for Balor to go from debuting in NXT to he's got a title shot with Owens. Once again, I know Owens and Balor probably are not going to be up there as long as Neville or Zayn or Breeze or Tommy. Some of these other guys are, because these guys are probably have the most it factor going for them. But it's just it's weird. It's like, okay, well, where does Finn Balor go? Because if he was the Owens and probably clean, or he goes for an injury angle with Owens too, it's like, where does Balor go after this? Yeah. I mean, he already beat Neville, which to me showed signs that he was on his way out soon. It begs the question here. Okay, Balor's in these few months is already challenging for the championship. Where does it must, and he loses, so if he's not going to be a champion at all in NXT, where does this guy go feud wise? And the only thing I can figure is he can be caught up just as fast as Neville is. Breeze might win because he is the only heel out of these 4 guys. So, and he's been down there forever in NXT, and I think this guy. I think this character stands out enough that I think he can get called up soon too. Tommy, not so much. He's got a long way to go. First, he's still trying to transition from Japanese to English. That's been a factor. His style has gotten better though. I think he's really getting used to the WWE style compared to the hard hitting Japanese wrestling style. But like I said, I think he's gonna be down there maybe for at least 2 more years before he gets called up to the main roster. I'm hoping it's faster because the guy's got a lot of potential, but I don't see him being in it. And once again, it just came out of nowhere, and it look at this card here, and like I see nothing but mid-carders in this Battle Royal. Or like veterans like Big Show and Kane that just should not even be remotely close to getting any kind of win at all. But it's like, Ryback's a mid-carder, Rowan's a mid-carder, Mizdow, he's the problem with Mizdow. Okay, he froze maybe Miz out here. Ending their relationship, their partnership, whatever you want to call it, and he wins this massive trophy in that. Where does Sandow go
after that? Yeah,
because for most of the year he's been copying the Miz, and on occasions be dressing him as other goofy characters and so on. To me, I'm looking at Sandow and I'm seeing Santino Marella all over again, pretty much.
So far, yeah.
Which is great for him. That means he's always going to have a spot on TV. He'll always have a moment in that. Yeah. But he's not going to win a world title with that character then. And maybe he's fine with that. Santino was fine with that. Because same thing. I was always on television. I wasn't sitting at home. Always got a paycheck.
Yeah.
I was always doing something. I wasn't just, in the back there saying, I can do something, guys. I can do something, and just getting ignored. I was actually front and center at creative meetings and that. And for me, it's like after this whole Miz feud, where does Sandow go? Does he go back to being this intellectual, savior gimmick? Yeah. That we thought was going to give him a world title? I don't know. And I'm also saying, why would you have an NXT guy debut at Mania and lose?
Yeah.
You want to talk about wasting talent right there. Like, why even have an NXT guy show up then if he's not even going to win that? Because, like I said, if you want to make a big statement, if you're a guy from NXT, you beat all these veterans in a Battle Royal at Mania. That's a hell of a debut and a hell of an impact right away. That's already showing the roster and the fans this guy should be taken seriously.
Loser! You're a loser! That was an accident.
That was an accident?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the opposite.
Yeah. No, so for me, I'm leaning more towards Neville because because at this point he should be getting caught up soon. Although, if it's Balor, I hope they have him wear the face paint. I hope they give him that entrance because that just coming out of that stadium would just be epic. So for me, I think I'm going to go maybe with Finn. I think I'm going to go Finn Balor or Adrian Neville.
All right, one of the NXT guys.
To me, whoever wins that tournament's going to win this Battle Royal because I don't even know why you bring him in if you don't have him win. Yeah. So for me, because of maybe favoritism, I'm going to go Balor, Neville. That being said, I would not be shocked if the loser, if whoever doesn't win, actually debuts next night on Raw, or at least gets a hype video that say that they're coming in. Because, like I said, for me, Balor and Neville, those two are going to be called up soon. Both of them are. Just because of the fact that it looks like I don't see anything for them planning NXT going forward right now. So for me, it's either Neville or Balor. Yeah. Either way, they're winning that Battle Royal.
Yeah, one of those guys.
I do see though Sandow eliminating Miz. He will get that at least justification there, but I don't see him winning that. Yeah. I would be shocked if immediately after he throws out the Miz, he gets tossed out too. But so for me, I'm going for an NXT guy. So for me, it's either going to be it's either Balor or Neville out of those four guys. I'm leaning more towards Balor because once again, him coming out to that entrance, to possibly face. Assuming they even give him that much time anyway, because I know this is just a know-nothing Battle Royal anyway.
Yeah.
But like I said, even if again, maybe Neville can do some spots as well if he comes out. But I mean, to me, I'm just gonna go more Balor over Neville. That being said, I would not be shocked if somebody else debuts next time on Raw, possibly.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know who else to call here. I mean, because I don't know if Sheamus will even be in it now, and
let's get if he's not winning, I don't see any reason why you do it.
Yeah.
If he's not winning,
and plus,
why would you have him?
They haven't even advertised him as much anymore either.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe they'll wait until Raw to bring him back. I guess I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see there.
I could see him costing somebody a match possibly.
Maybe
Or if not, the next night on Raw.
Yeah, that's maybe because I would think he'd at least be involved on Wrestlemania somehow. But so yeah, I mean, I guess I'll just go with one of the NXT guys. I guess.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
I don't know who else. They're not going to have any of these other guys win it. So
yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
I mean, like I said, maybe the deal with Ryback went. I don't know what that does for Ryback.
yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I mean that's the thing.
The guy's been so up and down the last couple of years. I don't even know why you're going back to him again. But to me, why would you have these one of the NXT guys, especially? If it would have been like a low card NXT guy, I would just would have threw it out the window. But it's like it's Neville, Balor, Itami, and Bree. These are four main guys down the NXT roster here. Two of them are very close to getting called up. Definitely Breeze is the third one who can get called up soon. It's like why this is the perfect debut for these guys here. This is a perfect moment to shine and stand out in front of a big audience on a big show, the biggest show of the year.
Yeah.
It gets once again a bunch of mid-carders, but again, these guys, Finn Balor and Neville should be higher than most of these guys that are in this match here when they debut. They should be. They have more of an it factor than most of these guys do. So, for me, I said Balor just because I want to see this. I want to see the entrance at a Mania finally, and I can't wait. Maybe he gets another year, but I would not be shocked if it's Neville. But like I said, I guess we'll find out Thursday. But whoever it is, that's who I think is gonna win.
Okay, the winner of that.
The winner of that tournament on Thursday at Access is going to be. I think it's going to win the Battle Royal.
Makes sense.
And try to lift that massive trophy.
Yeah.